Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can get winning high stakes speeches, whether it's one on one, in a small group, or in front of a large audience. Today I'm going to give you a very good interview tip. When I work with clients, I tell them that interview is really a negotiation game from the beginning till the end. We always think of interview as a negotiating game at the end for salary. That's not how it works. You're negotiating right from the get-go. Okay, so let's say on the first call you have with the hiring manager, what should you do? Now, I'm not going to give you all the things you can do, but there's one important thing you must do is to negotiate the ending. Now, ending means you could get a job, great, congratulations. But what if you don't get the job? What if somebody else gets the job? Now, this applies if you actually went on a face-to-face interview, okay? It doesn't apply just a phone interview. So one of the things you want to negotiate is the end game. What should that look like? Like I said, if you get the job, you're there. You got the offer, you accept the job, or vice versa. But it should be both ways. So here's what I always recommend my clients. That let's say you don't get the job. You went all the way to meet with them and then they decided to go with somebody else. You want the hiring manager to commit to give you 15 minutes of his or her time to answer some questions that you may have so that you can learn from that. Whether you did not get the job because was there something you didn't do well? Was it just the other candidate was just that outstanding? What was it about them that made them select them? These are all fair questions that you need to ask. And the reason you need to ask is you have to learn from that. And also, like I said, it's a negotiating game. That if you do this for a job interview, you can do this with anything. But at the same time, also tell them that I'm also available to give you 15 minutes if you're interested, just the hiring manager, on why I didn't accept the job. So it works both ways. Okay, you offer that, and at the same time, they have to accept it. Now, this is very critical because one of the things I always tell people is this, that an interview is not an interview or an interrogation. An interview is really a proxy for doing the job. The way you interview tells a lot about what kind of an employee you're going to be. Because if you interview well, that means you're doing the job. And part of this negotiation is your way of showing them that this is how I work. This is what I do. So don't take this as like, oh, I just will do a cursory call and just answer a few questions. This is a very important call because that will set the stage. So if there's anything that they found that they would be honestly willing to tell you, you can use it for your next interview, okay? They have to agree to this. If they do not agree to this, then you should not pursue this interview. It's a waste of your time because you're not going to learn anything from it. And what you're asking is a very reasonable thing. So again, view an interview as a negotiating game from start to finish. The end, you don't know. It could be in your favor or it could be against your favor, or it could be that you got an offer and you decided not to accept it. Either way, you both should be offering that 15-minute call so you can both learn from each other. That could help them. What is it about the company that you didn't like? And similarly, you'd like to know, was it something in your background? Was it the way you interviewed? Or was it just that the other candidate was that much better? And why weren't they open in telling you that, hey, we like you, but there was something else that other person did, and you need to know what that person did, because next time you don't repeat that same mistake. Okay, so keep this in mind. This applies not only for interview, like I said, it applies even for sales. If you're a salesman, you should do the same thing. Say, listen, before we start, in case we do not get the deal, would you be able to spend an hour with us going through it so we can learn from this experience? That you must negotiate right from the beginning. And if they decide not to do it, then it just shows them that you're lucky you didn't win that deal, because these were not good people. Similarly, the reason I'm telling you this is I was looking for an editor recently, and it came down to two candidates. And this one candidate that I liked, but I didn't give him the job, and the other one got the job. The one who didn't get the job, I said, look, I'll tell you if you're interested why I didn't give it to you. And I was very honest with him. I said, look, I liked your skills. You have excellent copy editing skills. That wasn't the issue. The issue was the other candidate was bringing more, was meeting my objective much better as far as the book was concerned. Hence, I gave that person the work. But it's not a reflection on anything you've done, but I just wanted you to know why you lost. Had nothing to do with the skill. It was just additional stuff that you couldn't provide. So that way the person doesn't feel like, I just used him. And he liked it. He felt good about it. And I said, look, if I knew exactly what I wanted, then for the work I wanted that I knew was an exact fit, then I would give it to you without even asking any questions. And I would, like website editing or proofreading and stuff. But for a book, I need somebody who had a much deeper experience on that. So it works both ways. It's something you should offer, and it's something you should ask. The end, 15 minutes or whatever, so you learn from it, why you didn't get it. Many people never do this. They never learn why they lose, because they don't negotiate it right up front. I hope you're not one of them. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your next interview. And remember, it's a negotiating game right from the beginning till the end. Good luck.